Okay guys, welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be finding homes for NFL quarterbacks. So today we have, I think it's 8 teams. We're going to do 8 teams that need quarterbacks, that are going to get quarterbacks. These can be from the draft, free agency, they can trade. I don't think I have one trade though. So, yeah, I think we're going to get into this, and I will be doing a couple more parts. I'm going to be doing running back, receivers, tight ends, maybe a couple defensive players. Don't know. And I'll make a mock draft 3.0 coming out soon. So let's get into this thing. So the first team I'm going to do is the Carolina Panthers. So obviously they need a quarterback. They're a quarterback away. Frank Reich, he's been in a quarterback carousel with Indianapolis. And we clearly know that didn't work out for him. He did get fired. I thought he was a pretty solid coach. I think he's a pretty solid coach. He just needs a quarterback. And honestly, if I was in charge of the Colts, I would have kept Carson Wentz. But it might have turned out that Carson Wentz wasn't very good either. But neither is Matt Ryan. So we got Panthers. I think obviously the Bears are wanting to trade their first overall pick. I think there's 12 teams wanting to get that first over. I mean, obviously, I bet every team wants it, but only a couple that are willing to make an offer for it. I think the Panthers are going to get it. So I think they're going to have first their pick this year, their first round pick next year. I think they have it, and maybe like some random running back or something. Bears don't really need a running back. Okay, one of their receivers. Terrence Marshall Jr., we'll just say that. And they're going to get the first pick, and I think they're going to take C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud of Ohio State. I think he's the most polished quarterback. I think he's the most pro-ready quarterback, and I think that he's going to be really, really good from the jump. And the Panthers are really pushing for a playoff spot. But I don't think you're going to get there. I mean, that might be at 8 and 9. And then I also have them sticking with Sam Darnold because, I mean, if CJ doesn't do great or if CJ's really that bad, they can put him in or they can even start with them. And if Sam struggles, they can put CJ Stroud in and just see what they got in him. All right, the next team we got is the New York Jets. And obviously, everybody knows that the New York Jets need a quarterback. They are probably the most they're literally, if they had some average quarterback, if they had an average quarterback last year, just average, I believe that they'd probably go 11-6, 10-7, and could make a playoff push for that great defense. So I have them signing. I think I have them signing on. I got Mitch Trubisky. He was pretty good last year. For some reason, they wanted to bench him, see what they got, and Kenny Pickett. And I think I think it's a good choice. At the time, I was wondering why they would bench him. He didn't really do anything wrong. And Kenny Pickett threw 3 picks that game, and they still kept him in the next week. So, Mitch Trubisky. This year, I think they're going to do. I don't think their defense is going to be as good. Their line will be much improved. Breece Hall is going to be back. It's going to be a scary squad. But their division might drag them down. I have them 9-8, 8-9, just like last year. So, next up, Houston Texans. This one's pretty straightforward. Obviously, need a quarterback and have a second overall pick. So when the Panthers trade up, the Panthers are going to make that decision for them. Whoever the Panthers don't draft, they're going to take. And in this scenario, I have the Texans taking Bryce Young. Bryce Young, the only really thing that people are worried about him. I mean, his arm is good, but the thing that people worry about is his size. And I mean, the Texans' offensive line is not very good. They might trade Laremy Tunsil, and Bryce Young might get hurt because of how bad that line is. So this first year, I have the Houston Texans with Bryce Young. I think he's gonna be the day one starter. I have him going about 5-12, and they're gonna hang on to him, and they're also gonna hang on to D'Amico Ryan. So on to the next one. For the next one, I got the Tennessee Titans, and I think they're gonna pick a guy off waivers. I think they're gonna keep Josh Dobbs as their backup and Malik Willis as their third string. I haven't picked up Derek Carr, and I think they're going to be a very, very scary team. If their defense still plays as well as they did last year, I have them going 10-7, 11-6 with Derek Carr. I think Derek Carr is going to have a good year. Obviously, with Derrick Henry, not a bad line, good defense, but receivers. His receivers are not very good. They need to trade for one of those. And might be foreshadowing our next video. So, Titans, playoff team, might win the division over Jacksonville. It's going to be a close race. Next one, Saints. I have them getting Trey Lance. I know that's surprising. They're going to trade for Trey Lance. And they still have, I think they're going to have Andy Dalton. Day one. Actually, nah, Trey Lance, day one starter. Andy Dalton backup. I have them going around 10-7. I think they're going to have a really good year. Trey Lance is going to have a really, really good year. He's probably going to have around, 25 touchdown, 8-9 picks. 3,800 yards, something like that. A lot of rushing yards, a couple of touchdowns on the ground. I think they have a really good team with Trey Lance over center. All right, next one. Falcons. Matty Ice. Got to run this thing back. All right, Desmond Ridder, they said they want to keep him. He did not look very good at all, but that last game was pretty good. He had a really good job keeping the ball in their offense's hands. I don't think he had any turnovers. Could have had a fumble. Could have a couple fumbles. Matt Ryan, they're going to run this back. And once again, if he doesn't work out, we got the young gun, Desmond Ridder. And honestly, I don't see it working out. I have the Falcons going about 6-11, around where they had last year. They're not going to be great. They're going to struggle. But the good thing, I think Kyle Pitts is going to be back to normal. I think Kyle Pitts is going to have a really good year. And Matt Ryan, he's going to struggle a little bit, probably around the 15 touchdowns, the 10 picks. Then when they're already out the playoffs, last couple weeks, they'll start Ridder. So, yeah, all right, moving on. At the Indianapolis Colts. With the fourth pick, if both those two quarterbacks are gone, I'm going to take the project, Will Levis. I think they're going to take a Will Levis, and they might draft a quarterback in the later rounds. They're going to keep on to Nick Foles. And I think Will Levis is going to be a day one starter to see what he does. And I think he's going to. I don't like Will Levis, but the Colts, their owner and GM likes to take chances, and if they can take that chance, he's going to be like 10 touchdowns, 15 picks. He's going to have like a Trevor Lawrence type rookie year. It's not going to be good. And they're going to have a struggle once again, and they're going to put, whoever they want to, Nick Foles, Sam Ehlinger, later round pick in. And they're going to be the same. I think they're going to be around like 5-win, 6-win team. Now we got the last team, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I got them picking up Jimmy G. There's rumors Blaine Gabbert's going to start for him. I do not see that happening. I think it's going to be Jimmy G. And honestly, offensive line was not good this year. Receivers great, defense great. Sounds like San Francisco to me. Just not a great run game. It's not as good as San Francisco, but it's like an off-brand San Francisco without the run game. I have Buccaneers getting 9-10 wins. They're going to do a pretty solid squad. They're going to need to buff up their offensive line and running back position. Maybe Rashad Wright can step up. Alright guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys do enjoy. Thanks for watching.